Hi everyone, welcome to Philodiscite. In this video, I will teach you about Python tuples. From my previous videos, we already know about data structure, lists, and I had also covered slicing and indexing, etc. If you haven't watched them, I recommend you to go through them first before diving into tuples. So coming to tuple is the data structure in Python represented with rounded brackets. Right? It has certain characteristics like it is ordered, immutable, and heterogeneous. I will tell you what they mean. Here, I just created an empty tuple and printed it. Then I passed this tuple I created into type function to ensure my compiler is treating this object as tuple or not, which is success, right? Next, coming to heterogeneous property, a heterogeneous data structure is something which can store more than one type of data. Here I created a tuple called T1 and I assigned values like integer, float, string, and another tuple. And I printed it, which successfully printed, which means this kind of assignment is legal for tuple. Next, a tuple is ordered. That means here I gave these things in this order, and when I printed it, the same order got printed, which means a compiler is storing the data elements exactly in an order which I had assigned, right? This means tuple is ordered. If you wanted to know uh, what is unordered data structure, here you can see the example of a set where I stored the same elements which I stored in tuple in the same order, but I assigned them as a set with the help of curly brackets. Right, then I printed it. I didn't get the same order as I had given because a set is unordered and compiler will store the elements I had given in various different memory locations, unlike the ordered data structures. In ordered data structures, I can access the elements with index, right? T1 of 0 gives first element and T1 of 3 gives the second element, right? Sorry, the fourth element. Here 1 will be stored in 0th index, 10.5 in first index, Philodiscite in second index, and 5, 6 in third index, right? So the fourth element I will get from accessing T1 of 3. Okay. So in ordered data structure, I can access the elements using index, but in case of unordered data structures, I don't have that facility, right? Next, coming to immutability, a tuple is immutable. That means I can't change the elements inside the tuple once I get assigned, right? Here, T1 consists of 1 10.5 Philodiscite and 5, 6, and I try to change the element in 0th index by assigning it to 2, and I got an error called type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment, right? Once I created the tuple, I can't change the elements inside it, but when my tuple consists a mutable data structure, like a list is mutable. I can change the elements inside the list, right? Here, tuple T2 consists these elements. In fourth index, I have a list. I just accessed it here. And in this list, again, in the first index, I have 30. I accessed the same here by giving T2 of 4, 4 and 1, right? So I got 30. And I tried to change this element into 30.5. Then I called T2. I got the updated tuple with updated list here. My previous value in the list at first index is 30. Then I changed it to 30.5. I got the updated list here, right? So the thing is, you can't change the elements in the tuple as it is immutable. But if a tuple consists mutable data structures like list, like here, you can change the elements inside the list. Okay, it is bit tricky but not so complex to understand, right? Okay, then I have built-in functions here, which are like almost all of same like in the list. We have len function to find the number of elements inside the tuple, and sorted function to sort the tuple, and you can also solve it in the descending order by using reverse attribute by passing true value into this. Then min max sum functions to find the minimum element, maximum element, and sum of all elements inside the tuple. Then count function to know the number of occurrences of particular data element. So I passed 23 here into the count. I have 23 one time inside my tuple. So I got 1 as output. Then we have membership operators in and not in. If I want to know whether an element is inside the tuple or not, I will pass the element and with in keyword, and I will pass the that particular tuple. Here my tuple consists 23, so it returns true. And then I say 0 not in T2. I am saying 0 is not in T2, but my tuple has 0, so it returns false. Then I'm saying 100 in T2. My tuple doesn't have 100, so it returns false again. Those are membership operators. Then we have del keyword. If you wanted to delete the entire tuple, here I called the T1, I got the elements in the T1, then I called del keyword and mentioned T1, then I called again T1. Here I got the error, says name T1 is not defined, which means my T1 tuple got deleted. So this is about the tuple, and we have indexing and slicing concepts. They are same as list. So if you haven't watched the list video of indexing and slicing, please do watch it. That is an important concept, and it is similar to almost all data structures, right? So this is about tuple, and I hope you find it useful. Please share, like, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.